All right. All right, girl, we on. Hey! Oh my goodness. I can't believe it's already 7 o'clock. I was up since like 7 this morning.
Really?
Probably before 7 this morning. So it's like I feel like it's going into another day already or something.
Mm-hmm. But we have to utilize all of our time wisely,
Right. Yeah. That's something that I've been trying to work on, learning how to like you said, utilize all your hours and not just lose a third of it sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
And try to take advantage of the other hours that we have.
Yep.
So what's up, girl? Well, let me get started. I know we got a few people starting to come on. They know the show starts at 7 p.m. So you know how you gotta give them time to roll on in.
Get your little detox water.
I don't know if it's detox water, but I do have some water next to me. It's just to cleanse myself. But I do need to get up on my detox water, but we're going to talk about that in the show.
Okay.
So I'm just feeling really good. I just want to welcome, everybody who's starting to watch now. I'm Qadriyyah Marie, host of On the Q with Qadriyyah Marie. It is Wellness Wednesday, my favorite day of the week. I'm sure it is for you as well, Joy. Well, I'm hoping that it is a good day for you as well. And I just want to welcome again everybody coming on. As you come on, feel free to comment or wave. We can see your comments on so that we can interact with you guys and help answer your questions or just give any advice or tips. And I just want to remind anyone who hasn't been watching the show that On the Q Productions is a media production company. Our focus is on personal health, wellness, and fitness, which brings me to my beautiful guest tonight. We were just talking about the last time we seen each other, Joy, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I feel like that picture is like ages old, like 5 years old.
Almost 2 years. Because it's weird because we're just starting a new year, so now it's going into almost 2 years since we've seen each other. Where was we at? It was a women's in business event, right?
Yep, Sisters in Business.
Yeah, Sisters in Business. That's right.
Was that the first time you had gone?
That was my first time. Yeah.
Me too.
First time, and I definitely enjoyed it. Hopefully we'll have another one soon.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's gonna be hard.
How do you feel about the big crowds?
But that's what I'm saying. It's just like I don't know when that's gonna happen again, and it's crazy because the vibe of that was just so magnificent.
Yeah.
I'm saying, see, all the women, and there were men there, but to see all the women there
collaborating,
all the vendors. Vivica Fox was the keynote speaker. Like that was some jewels that she was dropping that day. So I was listening.
Yeah, and then there were other there were other people there too. Deja Vu was there. Did you see her?
Right. No, I didn't see that. I feel like I should have stuck around longer.
She supported the difference. Yeah, so that was dope. She got a onesie. I don't know for who, but she got a onesie, and I was like, that was really cool. So it definitely was a good experience, even if like, this is my idea, right? In life, regardless of whether we think that there's a good or bad experience, we should appreciate that we can get and live through that experience.
Yes.
Because the way we live through it will be the result of how either we're happy, sad, miserable, angry, or content, or just, okay, I got through it.
Okay. You know what I mean? Right, got through it.
So, I'm learning every day more and more, like, just to be content with whatever life has to offer. And also to be a little bit more frugal with how I spend the little hours that I have. You know what I mean? Because we don't get it back. We never get it back.
And that's a hard pill to swallow, the fact that you don't get your time back. Because we just feel like, because we're young, whatever, that we have time
to
do something.
No time.
This past year has proven to us that you really don't know what time, how much time that you might have to do something. Yeah. So would you just like to briefly introduce yourself? I know we were talking about our past. Just briefly introduce yourself to the On the Q viewers.
Hey, if we didn't have that past, we wouldn't be here now.
That's true. That's true, girl.
Hey, Mike, how are you? But my name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing, and I am a growing business. I like to call it a growing business because even though the numbers are not astronomical, we are creatures of absorption, and the more we speak, we become. So if I continuously say that I'm a small business, I'm going to remain small. I like to be a little deep sometimes. I like to be a little upbeat, chill.
Right.
Sometimes I'm a little too jokey, but the name of my company is Be the Difference Clothing. We create images onto t-shirts, or we print images on t-shirts that either build awareness, either just inspire or empower you. Like one of the t-shirts I'm wearing right now. This is a
yes. Let's see that. Hold it up for us to see.
Yeah, it's called "Addiction Kills the Family."
Wow, that's something.
Some people may think it's a negative thing, but honestly, addiction isn't always just about substance abuse. And a lot of people get it twisted. We forget that you can be addicted to working, TV, pornography, looking at yourself. You can be addicted to anything.
Wow, that's something. Yeah, people don't think about that much.
And I feel like
they only think of one type of addiction.
I feel like anytime you may put a little bit more emphasis on something more than your family, that can be an addiction. So let's talk about it.
Wow.
Like that's what Be the Difference is all about. We're talking about different things. I published now 4 books. I have 4 books now.
I see that was going to be my first question, because I still have your book. I think this is your first one, I believe, right? First one. So
I published it that October. So you got October, November, December. It was like 4 months in, and I was a new author. I was like, oh my God.
That is great, guys. This is her quote book. Quotes that make you say, oh, you guys see this, right?
Yeah.
From Instagram to your hand, part 1.
Yes. And
I still held on to it. I still go through it. I actually had one here that I wanted to read.
Okay.
He said, it's a beautiful thing to find happiness while needing someone else's help. Is it true what they say? I like that.
Yeah, it's just that book, the quotes are just primarily made for us to think about different things. Again, bringing the raising awareness. Hi, Kai, how are you? And so
let me start sharing the comments. We have people coming on.
Hi, Keith.
Hello. Can you see it, Joy?
Yes. Okay. I see the chat over here too. Hi, Hassan.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, he was saying this year has been challenging. Yeah, it definitely has been. We're in the new year though, so let's hope these are good challenges.
Let me tell you about last year though. Oh, let me finish, right? So this was my first book. Then a couple months later, I published a second book, but I didn't publish it. I had the copyright, but I never published it. So now I just put that book on socks. So like another specialty that I do with the company is print socks. And the idea behind the socks are there's only 12 that are produced globally. And once those 12 are sold out, they are never made again. So this is just a sample of one of the socks.
Yeah, I like those. What did you say? Let's glow?
Oh, yeah, it says let's go, let's glow.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So there are only a few more, like I don't have that together, but there you go. Some of the, I'm like, this is the front of the sock.
Wow.
Light bulbs. And the idea behind the socks is, 1, it makes me stay creative. 2, only 12 people in the world will have them. And it kind of keeps us understanding that we're still individuals. And that is to be an individual. So part 2 of my books is on socks only. I didn't think that it hit hard enough to be in a hard copy. So I said, all right, I'll put it on my socks. This was my second book. I like purple. And
I need to get that.
I love flowers. I love purple. I published this the following year around June. So 2018 June. And so these have all love quotes in them, mostly majority love quotes.
Yeah, I need that. Thank you, son. Mike Cheddar is asking, why didn't you publish it? Your previous book?
Because I didn't think it hit hard enough.
Yeah.
Part didn't hit hard, but then when I was looking at some of the songs, I'm like, oh, some of these quotes do hit hard.
They do hit, yeah.
They do hit hard, but I was like, well, I gotta be a woman of my word. I said I'll never publish it for hard copy, so it's my thoughts. I just published this one October of 20. No, June of 20.
Yeah, I gotta get up on your books now.
Yeah.
I'm behind. I gotta catch up.
And then, like, you know, sometimes it says you'll always get the results you fear. Ha. I like this one too. Nobody said you had to be strong until you look around and see 16 other people who are weaker. The idea behind this one, my favorite number is 16. So that's why I put the number 16.
16.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
How did that come about? That's something that's new, or it's just always been?
Man, when I was growing up, I used to play softball, and that number always stuck with me. That was my softball jersey number.
And it just stuck.
16 just stuck. So
that's your number. It's been helping you so far. So
I even have ink on it. I have ink on it too. So I did that. And so I have a clothing company. Got these right here. The website is right there. Well, underneath the comment.
Okay, yes. He was saying that's dope. Yeah.
Yeah, there's the website right there if you ever want to check it out.
Yeah.
We primarily like to inspire people no matter what. And like I was saying, we are creatures of absorption. So if you see a positive message go by, whether you realize it or not, it starts to sink in. And the reason why I decided to do that around the year that I started the company, about 2013, there were a lot of T-shirts or clothing that had one sexual connotation and two, a lot of guns. And then we had a spike in gun violence that year.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I said, oh, you mean to tell me all along the reason why people are maybe extremely violent now is because of what they see?
Yeah.
Television program. We have the programming that teaches us how to be. And so I don't watch TV anymore because I want to be programmed. I rather learn how to program myself. And I try to encourage others to learn how to be okay with programming yourself with good things.
Yes.
Things that we are supposed to be doing, like encouraging each other, helping each other out, getting to help each other through difficult times. Like humanity was never meant to be alone. You know what I mean? We were never meant to walk this earth by ourselves. And there is a lot of self-help books, but
it is.
It's not about self. And we always wonder, like everybody's saying, like, you shouldn't be egotistical, but we're teaching each other how to be without because we're doing self-help. So
I never saw it that way. Like you said, so many self-help books. Everybody's preaching self. So
you keep on dividing. You keep on dividing and it only conquers. And I feel like I don't participate in the programming because I don't want to be told how to act. I don't want to be told what to believe. I let this teach me what to believe. You know what I mean? Like your soul, if you believe in God or a creator, whatever it is, whatever you believe in will lead you in the right way. And ever since I did stop watching TV, limited amounts of radio airplay, I feel like I understand things a little bit more. I feel like I can empathize a little bit more with people. I feel like my heart is a lot more pure when I don't have that distraction. And this is all of the things that we've been distracted from. So therefore, the community really isn't a community. And we always yell we want community, but we let different things divide us. Race.
Oh, yeah, we definitely do that.
Sexual orientation.
Right.
Your money. Things that you can't take.
There's a lot.
Oh, I played everything. I was I did not like shortstop because I wasn't sliding nowhere, but I played out center, left, middle,
Oh.
right. I played it all. I played third base. I never played first base or catcher or pitcher, but I pretty much did everything else. But when it came to like sliding and stuff, your girl wasn't.
Yeah, that's what I find fun, to slide.
To this day, I never.
That's all I could probably do.
If I couldn't run to the base, I wasn't going. I just had to be out, but I ran pretty fast.
As long as you can run.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely have to catch up, like I said, with your books, because I do have the first one, but I need to, I feel like I have to, read the other ones, the ones that followed it, because it don't make sense. It goes along with it, so we have to keep working. I definitely enjoyed the first one, so I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah.
So I know you wanted. Oh, okay, I got us all big on that. I know you don't want to be too big on the screen.
That's all right.
So I know you wanted to talk tonight about they work together. I know we were briefly talking about detoxing. I'm sure that's something that you would like to speak on. So I'm definitely an advocate for that.
Along the way in my journey or whatever, I learned different things. Like I even stopped eating meat. And more recently, I had a little health scare a couple years ago. And I was like, well, I want to keep clean. I want to eat clean. I want to stay clean.
Right.
And I learned that you can alkaline water, like, Dr. Sebi, you can alkaline water with just putting lime in it. That's one way you can alkaline water. So this is what's right now.
Right.
And I learned that spring water is probably the best water to drink. I mean, listen, we all can go back and forth with what's the best.
Right. Yeah.
They say that spring water isn't filtered. So I think that's.
I've been hearing that too, and I'm just starting to get into it, so I don't know all the different parts of it, but I've been hearing that.
But either way, spring water is better. I used to drink purified water and the water that they boil, but I heard that's not good for you, so I stopped. And the other thing you could do with water, right? Because we have to keep on putting minerals in our body. I learned that too. See, I'm here on YouTube a lot.
Right. Yeah.
I've met so many different people on YouTube, and one YouTube channel that I go on is ALS Organics, and organic. So basically, she's pretty much like a health nutritionist type of lady, right? And she said that we need to continuously put minerals back in our body. So Himalayan salt has 74 or 84 different minerals that our bodies need. So she was just like, just sprinkle a little bit, just a little tiny bit. You don't have to taste it. But she said that alone will put back minerals in your body. So that's healthy. So I was like, okay. So when I'm not drinking lime water, I'll put, I'll still drink lukewarm temperature room water, and and Himalayan salt in there, and stay healthy.
That's it. That's all you need, and that's another thing. People think that you need to do all these big drastic changes to start living a healthy lifestyle. And that's not true. You can start with something as simple as that.
If you are disciplined,
you have that in the house anyway.
If you're disciplined enough to like cut stuff cold turkey, then fine. But a majority of us can't do that.
Right. So, I didn't know either.
Yeah, gradually. I mean, like, listen, I'm not the healthiest person. I still snack a lot on potato chips and cookies, stuff that I'm trying to slow down.
Right.
But for the most part, I try to, whatever I can do, I do. You know what I mean? Like, and whatever I learn, I apply, because people take their time to try to invest in the questions that you ask. So I said, why don't I just go ahead and follow through? So that's one thing that I definitely learned. And I also heard the oils that we use. You can use coconut oil. I used to use grapeseed oil, but I heard the boiling or the frying of grapeseed oil ends up turning it into regular oil. So coconut oil is probably the best to cook with, where it has a 500 degree cooking status, and most of our food is 300-400. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I use.
Yeah, I'm learning now. I know you said you know what I mean, but I'm learning too.
Oh, okay. Avocado oil.
Right, I'm still learning, as you're
Coconut
saying.
oil. Those are the two. Avocado oil or coconut oil. Those are the two that have the high
Mm-hmm.
frying or, high frying intensities.
Mm-hmm.
It'll stay pure versus turning into like vegetable oil.
See, that's the thing. So you're saying vegetable oil is not a good option.
It's corn. Like at the end of the day, when it fries down, it turns into corn and basically solids. And then, sometimes cancerous. So
yeah.
Coconut oil can take extreme heat, and avocado oil can take extreme heat, and it won't turn into solids into cancer. Yeah, so that's why I use those. I was like, shoot, I'm scared of cancer, so let me go.
Yeah, that cancer is no joke. If you could do whatever in your life to try to eliminate it, you may not be able to do 100%, but do something.
Yeah,
in your personal daily life to eliminate that issue.
Yeah.
Like he said, I almost never use vegetable oil. Yeah, I really try not to either. So I have my air fryer, which I should be using more often than I do. But that definitely helps with that.
Mm-hmm.
Eliminating all that stuff.
The grapeseed oil will turn into like so you got to just be careful what oils you use, because even though like grapeseed oil is great and they say it's good for frying, it's not. If it goes too high, then it turns into a solid. So that's not good.
Yeah, it's hard because it's so many things to learn, and I think that's what gets people overwhelmed. Because you're thinking about what water you should drink, like we just said. Then you think about your oil. Then you're thinking about what type of milk. People telling you not to drink milk. There's somebody else telling you to drink almond milk. So it's just a lot for people to try to figure out, especially when you're brand new.
Yeah.
To it.
I mean, I try to stay away from dairy because I noticed a couple years ago, I used to suffer from sinus infections like every season. And I cut out the ice cream because I used to love me some ice cream.
Yeah, I know I do.
I used to eat quarts a week, not just like one little tiny, but quarts, multiple, right? And dairy, Baskin Robbins had the chocolate chip, the vanilla chocolate chip. I used to buy like 3 and 4 quarts of that. Yes. I had it. So I was spending like $20 alone on ice cream a week. So
that's I see now.
when I stopped eating it,
Gene.
when I stopped eating it, I noticed that the pressure wasn't as bad. And I also started lime water also helps with inflammation. Okay,
that's something I definitely need because I'm actually in pain now. Not to cut you off, but I'm dealing with inflammation issues now from my endometriosis. Okay. So for me, I try to focus on having anti-inflammatory foods in my diet.
Yep.
So I'm definitely into, like you said, the lime water and using that.
Yep, that does that. Black seed oil helps inflammation. And it's disgusting. I had to stop taking black seed oil because I just couldn't take the taste of it. But it's very good with inflammation. Very good for inflammation. There's a lot of other things that you can, research and make sure it doesn't. Make sure that these things don't conflict with if you're on medications with any medications, because hey, everything is healthy for you, or there's a lot of healthy things for you, but you got to make sure it doesn't interfere with something that you're already doing. So I would definitely consult a nutritionist and
always
doctor. But these are simple things. These are simple everyday things that don't cost anything. I take a lot of vitamin D. I started boosting up vitamin C because of, what's going on outside.
All this,
So I started to do all of that. And I also cut out meat. I eat fish from time to time, but majority of the times my meat substitute is Brussels sprouts. Green for fiber. So
I feel like I need some fiber meat to help get everything out. No, because your body, when you get older, it's like your body changes, and you might have to do a little something extra.
Yeah, hygiene.
Right.
You do. And it doesn't hurt to have a nice little detox. You know what I mean? Like, I know when I need it, like, not right now, I know I need a detox. And I'll just go down to the little health food store, the little hole in the wall health food store.
Right.
You got one person there that knows everything.
Yeah, you gotta share that with us.
Yeah.
And how do you know? You say you know that you need a detox. How do you know that? It's a certain way you feel.
You feel, inside, if you're starting to bloat up a little bit, then it's not necessarily fat. It could just be poop, like, for lack of other terms.
Right, it's true. Yeah.
Poop just holding you, and you just need to get it out.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's what a detox is good for. And then also you can tell by your skin if it's not glowing and breaking out and stuff. It could be you need a nice little detox.
Yeah, I feel like I always need some type of detox.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
I feel like every few months I need to.
You know how much garbage we inhale? Like, this is the biggest organ. This is the biggest organ that we have. Our skin absorbs a lot of stuff. Like, I even stopped using detergents that had scented detergents because I had a lot of chemicals in there. I can't even use them anymore. Like, there was one time where I would wash my clothes and I didn't put the two and two together until I figured it out.
Right.
And my eyes, I have allergies in my eyes, and my eyes would swell up and I would automatically start to feel sick. And when I rewashed my clothes in a different detergent, I was like, wow, I can't even take this detergent anymore. It must be some harsh chemicals in there. So now all I use is like the eco-friendly soap, and it has nothing in it except for something that's supposed to be cleaning your stuff, and that's it.
That's it. Yeah, people definitely have issues with their skin, and not know why. But like you said, it's all these harsh chemicals.
Yeah, I don't use perfume lotions. I just found out sea moss. If you guys know anything about sea moss,
yeah, I've been hearing a lot about that.
I use that as a soap. I'm a little nervous about drinking it, only because of the taste. It has nothing to do with like just the thing itself. But if it's comparison or comparable to seed oil, I'm just like, I don't know if I could do it. But I
see people posting drinking it as though it's not nasty, but who knows? They could just be doing that for show. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe they just got so used to the taste now.
But it definitely is similar to what was it? It's definitely good for everything, inflammation, everything in your body. Sea moss is good for everything. Nice little cleanse. It's healthy. It's good. You can drink it. I shower with it.
Wow.
I have to gradually work my way up to drinking it. You can have it in a tea. You can make it a gel. There's so many different things you can do. And like I said, I've met so many different people who have taught me different things of how they use it. And all of these people are people who actually don't use chemicals. They actually...
Yeah, I figured they wouldn't be.
Yeah, but there's some people that will go to GNC and be like, okay, I'm using something natural. But if you don't read the ingredients, you don't know. The ingredients will tell you what's exactly in there, you know?
But you have to know what it is you're looking for too.
Yeah, it's true.
And I think that, when you're first starting out, you definitely got to reach out and talk to other people about it, and do your research. Because like I said, it's a lot of information. So I mean, even to walk into GMC, it's a lot.
It is.
Yeah.
You'll be like,
I want to get pumped up. I want this muscles and stuff, and then you just see, boom, all this.
Yeah, and your body don't even need it.
You don't need it,
right? I remember one year I was like, "Ooh, I heard zinc oxide was good, right? Or zinc, not zinc. I heard zinc was good for you," and I was like, "Ooh, I want zinc."
Yeah,
and I was like, I took the zinc and I threw up, and I was like, "Well, I guess that means that my body doesn't need it." So you just got to be careful.
That's something else. You got to really, like you said, you have to really pay attention to your body.
So maybe the milligrams were too much, but I didn't need it.
So how do you feel about drinking different herbs and stuff?
Hey, it's all right by me.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. I don't drink a lot of teas. Well, I probably can, but I don't really. I used to, but I don't now. I would drink it loose. Green tea is very good for you. It's an anti-inflammatory as well.
Right. That's one of my favorites too.
Yep. Yeah. And I don't use sugar in my green tea. The only sugar that I get is from the cookies. And I'm trying to just trying to pull away from it. But
see, that's hard. You have to have a little something that you like. I know you say you're not doing your ice cream no more, so it's like you have to have something.
Yeah, and that's probably why I'm a cookie fiend.
And that's my thing. I'm always baking, and it's like I'm trying to figure out how I can still bake what I like, but have it be healthy. Because I don't just bake for myself. I'll bake for my mom, boyfriend, different people, and I want to have them eating healthy too, but it still tastes good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like you bake.
Well, mostly like chocolate chip cookies, peanut butter cookies, brownies, all that. So I've been getting more into that since last year, but it's like I want to make it healthy, and I don't know, do I want to go like vegan? I'm like, are they gonna like that? That type of stuff. So
they won't know the difference.
Won't know the difference. Yeah, you're right.
No, I
gotta sneak it in like that.
Yep. Last night I picked up my first Just Egg. Just Egg is basically plant-based eggs. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna try it. I've seen a lot of people, like I said, I'm on YouTube.
So what does that mean though? What does that mean? Plant-based eggs.
So it's basically a egg substitute made out of plants.
Okay, yeah.
It's kind of like it's kind of vegan. It's like a vegan egg. That's all it is. And I was like, I'm gonna try it for the first time just to see if it tastes right. Because I don't typically eat eggs.
Yeah.
But, if I want to scramble something, I'll go ahead and use the vegan one versus the eggs.
See, that's what I need to learn how to do, because I don't know. I'm not gonna call myself a vegan, but I do like veganish foods. Like I'll have a taste for it here and there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know if I can be 100% straight up vegan. I just happen to like certain vegan foods.
Hey,
so I was like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I could one day, but that seems like a whole big.
It starts right here.
Yeah, you're right up there.
That's right here. Once you think it and you put your mind to it, there's nothing to do. It's kind of like you wanted to be a podcaster and eventually you became a podcaster. It's all in your mind. Yeah. Like, I don't want to be a vegan, but most of the things that I eat, you can say I'm borderline.
Right. Yeah.
But it's primarily because I feel like meat has been cloned for years. And people used to think I was crazy for thinking that, but I was like, how are they producing all of these chicken to feed billions of people every day?
Every day.
McDonald's got all them chicken sandwiches across the United States. I said, how many chickens can, without injecting and using a fake one? I said, oh no. After I started thinking that way, I was done. And it's for me, I was raised in church. So for me, you know how they talk about the blood,
I know.
So I said, well, dang, the blood goes right back into me. That's my gravy, right? Because when we fry chicken or fried beef or whatever,
right, yeah,
the blood comes out of it, turns into your gravy. You put some onions in that. I said, well, then I'm absorbing.
My stomach hurt.
I'm absorbing that same chemical that chicken had. Well, that bone had. And I was like, I don't want that, because then it's going to be a part of me. So that's my reasoning as to why I stopped eating meat. I know they clone vegetables, but there's no blood.
Right. That I didn't think. I really don't really eat too much meat, but I do have it here and there every few weeks or so. But yeah, I didn't think about it that way as far as the blood.
So I could think a lot. I could think a whole lot. And when things drop in my head, I'm like, this might not be for no reason. So I might as well just either follow it or ignore it. Our conscious tells us things. Either you follow it or you ignore it. And I'm just like, I try to listen. because it's only for my best benefit. So I just want to live a better quality of life versus longevity, but somebody taking care of me and I'm an invalid. You know what I mean? So I'd rather have a better quality, even if it means I have less years. But at least in those years.
That's how to think about, because everybody always wants to live long, but it's like you said, do you want that longevity? But you're being taken care of by somebody because you didn't take care of yourself before.
Yep. And it's like, I would prefer to remember my youth, or I remember the life that I led, and be thankful that people were beside me, not taking care of me. You know what I mean? Versus versus them being my caregiver. Because I know it's a strain on both parties. So I'd rather be able to live the best quality life I can. And that also will require me to be less distracted. And I find when I also stopped eating meat, you know, I was able to think more, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I've actually heard, I think with my cousin, who actually, I think, mentioned something similar. Like he can think clear. It's like things felt more clear.
Yeah, no weight.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Little things.
Yes, I'm definitely. I'm gonna go back myself, and I'm gonna watch the show again. So anybody, you guys are coming on. I'm Qadriyyah Marie. I'm here with Joy W. It'll Be the Difference Clothing. Feel free to comment, wave, like, share, for us, because she's definitely spinning some knowledge for us. This is important stuff to know. If you don't know, now you do know. Because a lot of times people just don't know. Like they want to do something different. They feel like they need a detox. They feel like they should stop eating meat. But then they don't, it's almost like you need someone else to kind of justify it for you. Somebody who's already doing it. You know what I mean? And you've already been doing it. So that helps somebody else who's looking to start that journey.
Yep. And it's like little by little, this is how we become a better community, by sharing with each other, being transparent and being vulnerable.
Right.
So it makes better. It makes living life a lot better when we can actually work through things versus just not, So.
I'm really big on that too, being able to share what you learn. Because you never know. You might think it's little and somebody else takes it and it makes a difference.
True.
Something little that you think, even like we just shared about the water. That's something that I just started myself, trying to drink more water. That's where I'm at, just trying to consume enough water each day. Because I'll drink other stuff, but it's like, let me focus on drinking that water. And it seems simple to just, to drink water, but it's a challenge in itself, just making sure you have enough water every day.
It's true.
We don't know how much water our body actually needs to function properly.
You're not lying. Like I have a chart. Every day I'm supposed to drink 16 cups, 16 8-ounce or 12-ounce cups of water to, basically do my body weight.
Right.
Most days I do 3.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I need to try harder. Like, and the transparency of it. I'm not perfect at all.
Right.
I don't want to be perfect at all. But what I do want to do is try to do and be the best that I can be, the best version of myself, to like care for people, to leave a good lasting impression on people versus being perfect at something. There's no such thing as perfect.
Right, it's not.
So none of us will be able to achieve perfection in life. We all have messed up. We all will mess up. But it's what you do after that mess up that makes a difference.
Yeah, people put a lot of pressure on themselves, especially with Instagram and all that. Seeing other people, and then they're just they look at themselves and feel like, oh, I haven't done anything, but really they have, but they're comparing themselves to somebody else. And it's like, and I kind of say this almost every show, like you don't know what somebody else's journey was. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at them right now, but you don't know what it took for them to get there. What I'm saying, what their experience was to get to what you're now seeing. So like you said, that vulnerability, letting people actually see what you're going through, that actually makes a difference.
It does.
It makes a difference. It really does.
I have a design called The Grass is Greener right here. I do it in t-shirts, hoodies, tank tops, fitness stuff, and it's just a reminder that, you may look at somebody and think that everything is great, like that family is amazing, and it could very well be. Doesn't matter.
Right, yeah.
But you never know what kind of hell somebody is going through as soon as that door shuts. And you want that life. You don't know.
You don't know.
Just be thankful. And if you don't like what you're doing in your own life, there's many opportunities and ways and things that you can do to change that. But you have to actively participate in that change and not keep on looking at
looking
at somebody else and being like, dang, I wish I could. They're probably saying, dang, I wish I could get out.
Get out, right.
You don't know. So be thankful for where you are and just progress more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely be appreciative of where you are. Mm-hmm. I sometimes I have a habit of, I'm always looking ahead instead of looking at, what I've done and where I'm at right now.
Yeah. I've seen too many situations within the past couple years where some people are great and doing fine.
Yeah.
Minute they lost their life, or they lost their limbs, or they lost their speech. You just don't know. So just be thankful, because if you would have taken on their life, you would have been the person to lose whatever they lost.
That's something, right? We don't think about that.
You don't know.
People always want what they don't have.
But guess what? The conditioning and the training that we've been programmed to believe is that this is how life is supposed to be. You get married, you have a beautiful family, and you have a lot of money. That's what we've been taught.
Right, we've been taught that.
Learn that. We need to. Another quote. There's a quote that I have. It's called. I forget the words to it, but it's basically, we need to recode our DNA. Right. So that means it's going to take some time for us to forget some of the bad teachings and the bad doctrine that we've been taught throughout our lives, that, maybe innocent people retaught us because they didn't know any better. But the more you are less distracted, and distraction is from TV, radio, the foods that you eat, because, some of those foods we have are boosted up with chemicals, which dulls everything. It all works together. It all works together. And we have to participate in saying, like, hey, if you really want that change, if you really want to know what your purpose is, if you really want to desire to do all of that, you're going to have to spend time by yourself, talking to God, your maker, or your creator, or whoever you believe. Tell me what I need to do. What's my best purpose so that I can enjoy this life that you gave me?
Because we're here. So it's and we and don't know how long. And I'm a big speaker on finding your purpose. Because I feel like a lot of people are lost at times.
Distraction. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Everybody is so distracted. And while you're being distracted, so many different things are happening around you. Not to you. Yeah. But around you. And you're just not seeing. Right? Because a lot of times we look at things surface level.
Right.
We don't stop to be like, wait a second, let me dissect this for a little bit to see, like, look at all different angles to see, like, does this make sense? Does it really make sense? Or am I going to believe whatever just put before me?
Wow.
And a lot of times we take that stuff and run because we're too dulled down to really be like, let me think about this for a second. Does this actually sound? Does it make sense? And that means we have to slow down a little bit and stop being so insta everything.
Yeah, everything is insta. Nobody wants to slow down because it's like you feel like if you slow down, you're going to miss something.
There you go.
Programming. Somebody's going to get there before you get there.
Programming. You see what I'm saying? What do they teach us on television? Well, sorry. What do they teach us in the programming? If you don't get it, somebody's going to get it for you.
For you, right? They do.
Even like I hate to no, I'm going to leave that alone. But in other types of organizations, you can miss your blessing if you don't.
Yeah.
That well may be true, but how about teach people how they don't have to miss their blessing, right? Everybody wants to tell you the end result, but nobody wants to go through and help you work through it. Like what I do, I have a little talk show that I have been doing for like 3 years or so, called Hello World. But on there, we talk about everything and anything. And the idea is I try to give you actual things to think about versus find your purpose. You can't tell somebody to find their purpose without saying, these are the different things that you can do to help.
Right. Yeah. I'm glad you do talk about that.
People,
instead of just saying that.
Yeah. A lot of people that people pay millions of dollars to do, come to the next course and I'll tell you the next step. I don't do that.
I don't like that either.
Right there. But that keeps your adrenaline high, right? We're adrenaline junkies, right? We get excited and like, oh man, I gotta go back to get the next part. And not realizing that you didn't even learn anything, because when you get home, you go right back into that same situation and the same mindset and the same thinking that you've been thinking. And that thing that you learned didn't last because you did not let it absorb.
Now you speaking tonight. It's like you said, it's a lot of unlearning that needs to take place. And you got to be willing to, to be open to change and the fact that you might not be right.
Yep. And there's nothing wrong with taking time, because guess what? We're all maybe 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years. You have to remember that the life that you lived up until that point was years. So years of all of the things that you were doing systematically, it's going to take time.
Yeah.
And so be gentle, like you said before, be gentle with yourself. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care how old you are. Like I use the analogy. Remember the Black Panther, the mother of the Black Panther?
Yes.
Not the mother. I'm talking about the mother of the tribe, right?
Right.
She was like this old 80-year-old woman, right? I read her story. I came across her story, and she said she always wanted to be an actress. Always wanted to be an actress, but she felt she was too old. Then she saw in the paper or wherever that there was a casting call for this movie, Black Panther. She got the role, her first role ever. She was incorporated in a role that it made billions of dollars.
Billions, that's something else.
You're never too old. It's never too late to follow your dreams.
Yeah.
Doubt will keep you where you can possibly go. So do it. And I love the fact that I came across that little piece where she said at 80-something years old, she got her first role. And
that's unreal.
$1 billion. I said, well, look at here. She finally was able to live her purpose at 85.
At 80, yeah. And if that doesn't encourage you to keep going, I don't know what will. Because obviously most of us is not blessed enough to see 80, and to hear this woman's story of she finally got it just one time. It just took one movie.
And she always wanted to be. It don't matter if she had a lot of speaking. It don't matter. The simple fact is that she did it. She got it. It was and she could have missed the opportunity. Hey, Wanda. She could have missed that. Hi, Julia. If you didn't hear me earlier.
Yeah, I appreciate everybody. That came on. I had some family that's on. I came on to support. So all that support definitely, as you know, makes a difference.
It sure does.
It really does. Sometimes we feel like, oh, I only came on a few minutes. No, at least you did something. You didn't have to come on at all, to support. So I definitely want to shout out everybody who did come on, tonight, comment. And I hope everyone, I know for a fact that people learn from you tonight, Joy.
I hope so.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I can learn from anybody else. I'm willing to, because I don't know everything. I'm always willing to learn, You know what I mean? And like I said, I may sound like I'm educated, but remember that education came from other people. So am I really that special? You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to remember, like, our success is built off of other people who have invested themselves into you. And that keeps me humble. That keeps me humble, knowing that, you know, that I can learn from other people and that they spent that little bit of time to teach me something. Because people don't have to do that.
No, they don't.
You know? So.
Yeah, it means a lot, especially when you're, like you said earlier, trying to absorb. Like, you and I are people that seem to be the type where it's like we're always learning, or you know what I'm saying, or willing to listen to somebody who's already doing it. It's like the whole saying, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. It's like it's already been done.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. You might change it up a little bit according to your liking, but you're basically following the path of what people have already carved out.
Yep, for sure.
Definitely, especially and you know, in the health field, there are people, you know, like yourself who've already, you know, been doing it. I mean, I don't know how long. I don't know if you mentioned how long you've you know, been on this journey.
I stopped eating beef and pork in my teenage years. And I guess that's a long time, I guess.
Yeah.
And
you're young still, so we ain't gonna say long.
I know. Well, I went back to eating chicken because I was losing too much weight. I hated salads. I hated anything healthy, right? So I was a bad vegetarian. So I went down to like 105.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, let me just, and everybody kept saying, Joy, you're losing too much weight. You look too thin and skinny. And I was like, all right, fine. And I wasn't feeling so well either. So I ate chicken. Yeah. I picked chicken back up for like a year. And then I completely stopped when I saw I was frying chicken for the family. And when I saw that blood draining out, I was like, ew, this is my gravy. And because you know, I used to put that chicken gravy all on top of your rice.
Yeah, we did.
I said, ew, I'm drinking chicken blood. I mean, like it was time for me to give it back up.
Yeah.
So I stopped eating chicken that day and I haven't picked it up. Now, the only time I think I have is if I've eaten at a restaurant. You know, they be cross-contaminating stuff.
I believe it.
Unless you go to vegan restaurants, they be cross-contaminating stuff. Let's just say that. And I don't remember what chicken tastes like, or pork, or beef. So if I get sick, then maybe I had it. You know what I mean? So that's the only way that I would probably eat that. But since COVID happened, I vowed not to eat out until 2022. So I haven't eaten out since March of last year.
Wow.
So it's about to be a year since and I cook every single day. I make my lunch, my breakfast, you know, dinner. I make all of that from scratch. And it's taught me a lot. Like, I know how to cook now, y'all. I'm a good cook.
That's right.
I'm a good cook.
Tell them.
Yeah, and on my YouTube channel, I make so many different dishes. I make,
I gotta go and follow you and make sure I'm subscribed because I need to learn.
It's just Be the Difference Clothing. That's the name of my channel on YouTube.
Yeah. I didn't know you was sneaking in the cooking stuff too now.
Girl, for the last year, girl, I was dibbling and dabbling. I can cook now. I was like, okay.
You're like, I got another skill I can add here.
Yes. Yep. So that's one thing.
Oh, can you see Joy?
Yeah. Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, it's all right. You're here, and that's the most important thing. And you can always come back and watch.
Yeah, watch the replay. Share it out, guys. Share out the stream.
Yeah,
so we can get some support and such.
Yeah, we definitely you know, because we both out here trying to, you know, make a difference. You know, literally be the difference. So, so do you have it an on the Q tip you would like to share with the viewers tonight regarding your mind, body, soul, or health?
everything. I feel like for a good on the Q tip, we need to put each other first. And if we do that, then maybe we'll look at things in a different light. Maybe we'll be more patient. You're probably saying like, oh, that's impossible. But guess what? I'm pretty sure people thought it would be impossible for something like COVID to happen, but it did.
Right.
So imagine when we all get together and really change our communities by one person at a time. If I can influence you, then you can influence 20, then I can influence 100.
Right.
Very soon our world will be back on track and be one. We'll love nature, get back in tune with nature.
Yeah.
Nature sustains and holds us up every single day. And are we taking care of nature the way nature is taking care of us? That's another good question for yourself.
Yeah, that's definitely a good question for all of us to think about. Wanda, she said, what was it with chicken? That's the question.
That was just for me. For me, it was like the bone cracking, the blood dripping, and I just got turned off completely ever since then. And also, Wanda, I started to feel like they were cloning the meat.
Yes, James.
Yeah, that was another reason why I said, nope, no thanks. Because, like, all right, if you notice, a lot of the younger kids eat a lot of fast food, and we all did, right? But they develop a lot faster.
Right.
So whatever they're feeding the chicken or the beef or the pork is what we're ingesting. Hence the quick reproduction of other bodies, because we just eat each other's stuff. So that's my little idea, Wanda. Hey, James. Thank you.
Yes.
That's just me. Like, and like I said, like, once I grab onto something, then I'll be like, that don't sound right. It's supposed to have, if we think more, if we start to really slow down and think, does this make sense? What they're doing, does it make sense? And if it don't add up, it's not going to add up.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I told you, girl, you've been spending knowledge tonight. Because all this is really, really important. And, I know we mentioned mind, body, and soul. All that does work together.
Yep. Just like nature works for us. And like, I live in Jersey City. And Jersey City now is, in my opinion, overdeveloped. And like, the way I think about it is you're putting 70 floors, and we talk about tons and tons of building particles. And not only that, but you're breaking the ground, drilling out the ground. I said, how much longer will the earth be able to sustain and hold up all of that?
That's a lot.
And why would you want to do that? Why would you want to do that? And that junk just hurts my soul, just to think about how we don't really respect it. And maybe I'm becoming more of a tree hugger than I had ever thought, but it makes sense. The stuff that we do, we throw our trash on the ground. That's the same thing that absorbs. And then it has to give us back. And then I was like, well, maybe that's why the earth is spitting back the bad weather.
Right. Yeah.
We're not doing anything to help it produce good. We don't even go outside anymore, right? As simple as that. The carbon that used to come out of our mouths is not producing anything for our trees. To me, that's why our allergy season has changed up.
Yeah, and I definitely have allergies bad. I have my Certec right here, and even talking to you now, I can feel clogged up.
Yep. Get you some lime water, girl, and that'll clean you out real quick.
Yeah.
I know when I started, even with one lime, when I first started doing this, I said, oh my goodness, my nose would just run. I was like, oh, it's clearing me out good. So back to that earth. It goes back. The ground can produce and sustain us. And what do we do to help sustain it? Think about what you can do to help. Are you going to throw garbage? Are you going to water? Are you going to nourish it? Are you going to talk to it?
Yeah.
Are you going to breathe good life back into it? Because the same thing you breathe out is the same thing that will receive.
Yeah, I better listen. So how can people find you? I know you mentioned your YouTube, but what are other ways that people
Yes. So I'm on YouTube at Be the Difference Clothing. Go over there, check it out. I have challenges, of course, the talk show. What is it? Inspirational moments. I do exercise, little exercise shorts over there too.
Okay, yeah, I saw you had some of your yoga too.
Yeah, a little bit of that.
Yeah, that's tough too. That yoga seemed easy, all that, this and this. Yeah, no, that's work too.
Yeah.
You gotta almost, be in shape and eat healthy before you can even really get into that.
Nope. Let me tell you.
I just want to throw that in. I'm sorry.
I had to start from somewhere. I thought I was healthy and fit until a trainer came up to me and was like, Joy, you think your body's nice? I was like, yeah, it's fine. And he was like, all right. I worked with him for 6 months and I was like, oh, okay. I'm a little tough now. My grandpa lived to be 103. He hated chicken, would not eat. Undoubtedly, there's something about chicken. Oh, see.
Yeah, see, they knew.
They know something. Unless you grow it yourself. That's the difference. If you're growing it yourself, that's different. But if we're just buying it, then, anything is possible.
Anything. Right.
And
you don't know.
If we're buying it in a grocery store, 1 billion other people might be buying it in a grocery store. Whether it's the same farm or not, it don't matter. They all use the same utensils or the same type of things to help grow their stuff. Okay. But you can also find me on Instagram under BTD LLC. So you can find me there on Facebook, same thing. You can also just go to my website, BeTheDifferenceLLC.com, if you want to purchase any books.
Yes, please do. Yes.
Socks, all custom.
She just got everything.
A little bit of everything. Once the socks sell out, they never, ever are produced again. It's just an idea of just trying to get us to be okay with being an individual and to keep me creative.
Oh yeah, of course, always.
So those are the different ways you can find me. You can email me info@BeTheDifferenceLLC.com. But whatever the case may be, I'm here.
She's here, y'all.
I'm here to be an encouragement, and hopefully you can encourage me too. You know what I'm saying?
That's what we all gonna try to do, and I'm definitely interested. That I know you welcome me onto your platform as well. So I'm excited about that. I always tell people, keep sweating yourself to a healthier self. I'm a true believer of that. Just gotta get your body moving. That's it. Mm-hmm. Just get your heart pumping and your body sweating, and things will just start changing. Mm-hmm. It's something special that comes with exercise. You don't have to be in the gym 6 days a week, 3 hours every day.
Sure.
So those people think that they have to do that much in order to make a difference, but you don't.
Nope. And I'll tell you too,
that lime water.
Yeah, I tell you too, the last couple of days I've been doing 4 exercises in a half an hour. So you don't have to be there for hours. I used to just be there for hours just for the fun of it. But like you can do a lot in a half an hour.
You can do a lot.
And like you said, just to piggyback off of what you said, when you sweat, you release those toxins that have been boxed up inside.
Right.
And to get those toxins out, we need to get that old blood circulating out in order for us to have better circulation, less inflammation, better thinking. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not that chicken blood. What's up, Marlon? Thank you.
Marlon.
I definitely, like I said, I definitely learned a lot tonight, and and that's what I love about doing my show, because I'm always learning from somebody. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, even though I'm interviewing, I'm listening and I'm learning and absorbing as well, because I do want people to start living that healthy lifestyle and to not feel like it's impossible for them to do it. Mm-hmm. That's important to know that, you could actually start somewhere one day and end up where you want to be later.
Mm-hmm. He ain't lying, Phil. You are not lying.
Yes, like, work out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I get the bad. I do. Let me tell you. I feel like let me tell you, Phil, by the time I'm done, I'm like, I'm gonna sleep good tonight. I said, I'm gonna sleep real good tonight. Yes.
Oh, he said, yeah, I've heard that too.
That's true too. You got to know what your blood type is, and you'll be, because not everybody's supposed to be a vegan. Some people are supposed to be meat eaters, but
yes, I didn't know that.
Yep, there's places where you can get meat that's kosher, that's not like chemically harshly been treated. So he's right about that. He's right about that.
You're speaking knowledge too. Oh shit, I didn't know all that.
Yeah, like I mean, honestly, I don't know what my blood type is. But if I knew what it was and it turned out that I was supposed to be a meat eater, I still wouldn't go back.
Right.
The taste isn't there.
Oh, James, you look good. You don't gotta be skinny. Skinnier.
Let me tell you,
there's nothing wrong with having a little meat on your bones.
Some of the thinnest people are not healthy. Like I was skinny.
Yeah, I was like that too,
but I wasn't healthy. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, people need to get that in their head and looking at the numbers on the scale as a definite way to determine that. That doesn't really mean that much either. You know what I mean? Focusing on a number.
Yep.
It's like there's other factors involved besides how much you actually weigh.
Yep. I learned during his kidney failure.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Phil, I wanted to know what my blood type is, and I thought I could get it just like that. But you got to put a special request in to find out what it is. And insurance doesn't cover that. So I was like, dang. And like
that should be.
Yeah, when I went, it wasn't covered. I asked the girl, I was like, "Ooh, can you tell me what my blood?" She was like, "Oh, that's a different kind of work order." I was like, "Oh."
But that's just kind of silly because they take your blood for everything. So how do you not know what, you know what I'm saying, what somebody's blood type is?
They just don't want to do that test to find out. Maybe it costs more. I don't know.
Well, we don't know.
But I mean, if I really was interested in knowing what my blood type was. Your doctor will know if you donate blood. Yep, you sure.
Right, that's true. I know that I'm O positive, so that I'm able to, as a universal donor. But if I need blood, I can't get it from just anyone, and they have to be O positive person too. Yeah, Phil is telling us some scientific facts tonight. Yeah, this is I think it is important. I hope you do find out too.
The next time I go, I'm going to find a place to donate blood and be like, "Oh, what's my blood?"
You might have to. Plus you're helping somebody too. You know what I'm saying? They definitely need blood donations. People, but I mean, now it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, this pandemic. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work as far as donating, blood, and if you got to take the vaccine. And I actually got an alert on my phone earlier telling me about this what do you call it, app to tell you about your COVID. Something. I took it off because I was scared that the government. I'm saying, I didn't want that. Like, I got something that actually popped up on my phone talking about a COVID-19 alert. Something about letting people know, like, if you have, I guess if you get the vaccine or something. And I'm like, they already starting that already. You know what I'm saying? Like, how the hell that just shows up on my phone? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just kind of odd.
Program.
And I exited the shit off because I said, I don't want nothing. I'm not agreeing to nothing yet that they can trace. You know what I'm saying? They can trace me if I had the vaccine. No, I'm not doing that.
Programming.
Yeah. It just was bugged out because that just happened earlier today, and I hurry up and.
Our little tracking devices. Our tracking devices are very, very smart, right? So.
Yeah, it's freaky how they can actually trace you like that. I agree with that. With the vaccine. Yeah, it's crazy.
In the studies, they tell you in the studies that it doesn't.
I know with Phil, I be tagging myself and stuff. I be forgetting to turn off my location, but I feel like they will find you anyway, though.
Oh, she said you must have been in Phil said you must have been in a hot spot.
It was just weird. And I was like, this is crazy because if they can do that, they can really trace, they can do a lot of things. The government.
I mean, they already trace you now.
Yeah, they already are.
I mean, they're listening too. So we're the easiest people to find.
Yeah.
Anybody that has a phone, You're the easiest person to find. Whether you have your location on or not, they can find you. It will take longer, but they'll still find you.
Yeah.
And then put the phone number in, and all right, we'll figure out how to get your information.
They know how to get you.
Get an iPhone. Boo! iPhone. I'm team Android all day.
Yeah, Android all day. And I'm waiting for Clubhouse too, because we can't.
You're on Clubhouse?
No, it's only for an iPhone.
Oh, really? Well, they can.
They haven't started. It's supposed to soon for our Android users, and I want to get part of that.
I'm good. I don't know. I feel like Apple is one world order, and I shouldn't be talking. I got every other Apple product. I got every other Apple product, but I refuse to get an iPhone.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like that's the complete. You know what it is? Back when they first started doing Apple, you could on Android, you can get an Apple app or an Android app, but for Apple, you couldn't get any one app.
Right. Yeah, I remember that.
Order. I don't want that. So I was against Apple since then.
Yeah, I haven't gone. I'm like you. I have other Apple products, but I don't have an iPhone.
No, Phil, that's not true. I found out that somebody got caught. Somebody got caught from having an iPhone. Actually, from having an iPhone. They got caught. They smashed up their phone. They still was able to get whatever recording even when their phone was off. Whatever recording.
Wow, that's scary.
They got caught. That's a true story, Phil. Even with your phone off. And you notice how we can't even take a battery out? So it's always on. It's always on.
I noticed. That's crazy, right?
It's always recording. It's always on. But I don't mind. I mean, as long as you don't start invading my whatever privacy I have,
What you have, right? If you have any. It's funny because people try to keep all their stuff private and all that, but really it's not.
The feds got them, Phil.
Phil, he don't want to hear that.
He said, I'm team iPhone. Boo!
You can stay that way. I think I'm going to always be team Droid. There's something different about that. See, and I feel like Apple is trying to copy us too.
See, that's why we click so well.
I got mine right here. Let me put the camera on. Yeah, I got mine right here.
Yes, Android all day.
I need to upgrade, but upgrade or not, I'm still sticking with Android. Sorry, Phil.
You have not the right phone, Phil.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, he's right about that. Yeah. We do. We got a lot of best things, but camera's definitely one of them.
This is Julia says, same here, no iPhone for me.
That's right, Julia. Yes.
You dibble and dabble. He dibble and dabble.
There's nothing wrong with that, but as long as you have a droid in there in the mix.
Yeah, welcome to the family, Phil. You're always welcome.
Oh my goodness. Joy, definitely, appreciate you coming on tonight, on the show. The first show of 2021 for me. So
I'm glad I was able to kick it off.
You definitely did.
It's so funny. Like I say this on YouTube a lot, but I'm a lot of people's first on YouTube.
Wow.
And it's an honor. That's why I was like, yo, that's so dope. I'm your first show. Like that's so dope.
Oh man, and like you said, I can't believe it's been almost 2 years when I sent you that photo of us.
Yeah,
it's just like time, goes by quick, and that's what we were talking about. Just you got to go for your opportunities now.
Yep.
I know we're in a pandemic, and that may slow things down, but you still got to go for it. You just have to work around it, and I think that's what we've been doing. Working virtually, still, still trying to make moves regardless.
I would say, think of it this way too. Wealthy people are still getting more wealthy. So
right, that's true.
There's no excuse for us not to follow our dreams, right?
Yes, definitely. And be the difference in your own life. You know what I mean? It starts with you. And from there, you're able to influence the lives of others. So
it's true.
You know what I'm saying? You can't, be the difference in the world unless you're able to help yourself first.
True.
But again, I just want to appreciate you, for coming on. I'm going to sign off so people know how to reach you. I can, add all your information, at the end of the videos on YouTube, Facebook Live, Instagram. So again, thank you for, being my very first guest, 2021. Joy, brought joy to On the Q. Oh man. Phil said, Black Sister Strong. Yes, that's going to be the new hashtag 2021. All right, you guys. I hope everybody, have a blessed night, a blessed Wednesday, weekend. Martin Luther King birthday is Monday. So, in remembrance of Martin Luther King, special day. Mm-hmm. Enjoy. Thank you again, Mama.
Thank you.
All right, good night.
Bye, guys.
You're welcome, Phil.